We've only been here like, what, a couple times?
It doesn't say no phone.
That's good.
It's a start.
I don't think they care. Today we are inside the Salt Lake Goodwill outlet, aka the bins. We're going to be looking for some clothing, some hard goods, stuff that we can flip online on eBay or whatnot and flip for a profit. Right away I found something. Right away. Right in the door, and I found this Billy Joel concert tee. Not in the best condition ever, but not in terrible condition either. Once again, at bin prices, it's $1.79 a pound. This is going to cost roughly like a quarter, 30 cents. I'm going to pick that up. That may go on whatnot, or may go on eBay. I'm not 100% sure yet, but either way, we're going to profit. When you get the stuff at bin prices, you're going to do well. This right here would be a no-brainer buy, but I'm a little bit worried that it isn't authentic, that it's a fake. This is a Lionel Messi. He just won the World Cup with Argentina. Barcelona. I don't think he's on Barcelona anymore. I think he's on PSG. So an older style jersey. I'm just not 100% sure on the tag. It could be like some sort of kid's jersey they produced. If anybody knows, maybe I messed up on that. But I ultimately decided not to get it because I'm not 100% sure if it is authentic. Next up, we got a bread and butter find. That is really what the pins are about. A lot of $5, $10, $15 items that you're getting for next to nothing that you can flip online, you know. If you pick the right brand, I think this is decent. It's in good condition, right time of year, winter, Under Armour hoodie. This will probably be like $8 to $12 plus shipping. Probably should sell in a month or two. It pains me a little bit to say I bought this next item. It's a BYU, kind of just like a fan jersey. Like not an official style jersey, but it looks similar to a jersey. I mean, I'm in Utah. There's going to be a lot of BYU stuff. I went to the University of Utah. I'm a diehard University of Utah Utes fan. But I'm going to pick this up even with a little bit of wear. Once again, for a quarter, I'm going to pick that up, throw it in a whatnot auction, or put it on eBay for like $5 or $10 plus shipping. So the hard good area here in Salt Lake City is a little bit different than Las Vegas. In Las Vegas, the hats would be in the bedding section. Here, they're just mixed in with, goodness, toys, DVDs, whatever kind of randomness they can throw in there. I did end up getting this Miller Draft hat in my right hand. That's going to end up in a whatnot auction. I like that kind of stuff. Also, anything vintage hat-wise I can find, which believe it or not, I find quite often. That CD radio right there could have been a pickup, but I didn't notice it at the time. See what else we can find. Let's go over to this bin right here. I did notice this pair of sandals right away. They are Clark's, and I'm not 100% sure why I decided to get them. I'm guessing it's because of the stainage and also just the wear on the bottom. I'm trying to be a little bit more picky about wear on the bottom of shoes and sandals, so I ultimately decided it just wasn't going to be worth the hassle. I've really only been going to the bins regularly for the last 6 weeks or so, month and a half, and I've made some mistakes. Everybody does. I've gone a few times, years ago, but I never really got into it. I've been getting a lot of clothing without the tags on them. They've been ripped off, so I didn't know if it was a large, medium, or whatever. So when I saw this one had a shredded tag, I'm being a little bit more careful now. I decided I didn't want to deal with it. I just don't have the time on these lower-end pieces of clothing to measure it out. I just don't want to bother with that. So if it doesn't have a size tag, I'm just going to pass it for now. Dawn has a real knack for finding plushes wherever we go. This is a brand you want to look out for. Jellycat. You can kind of see it right there. Let me zoom in. This is a tag you want to remember. They're not all super valuable. If you're at a thrift store, it's a cue to look it up and see if it's one of the better ones. When we're at the bins, we're just going to throw it in a bag because it's going to cost next to nothing. But this is a brand you want to look out for. This is a cool little double dip find that Dawn had. It's a hat, a little bit dirty. We can clean it up, and it's got a vintage pin on it as well, which we can get, $2 or $3 or $4 on eBay plus shipping. I believe this hat might have been like a minor league team. The Game is a good vintage tag to look out for. So we'll clean it up, we'll take the pin off of it, and hopefully get 2 sales out of that. This is a cool action figure right here. This is a Roblox Dungeon Robot figure worth a few dollars on eBay. We're going to save it, lot it up for whatnot. So Dawn was doing some research on her phone over here on that Jellycat, and it was surprisingly valuable. Check this out right here, guys. Someone is currently on eBay asking $99 for this, plus $10 shipping. There's no recent solds. I imagine we probably can get like $50 on up for it to be conservative, but that's a heck of a find for the bin. Dawn did awesome. Gonna go check out another hard good cart. Right off the bat, I see a plush bag right here, a Minion, and 2 Scooby-Doos. For whatever reason, in our Whatnot auction, Scooby-Doo stuff does really well. Minion, we can lot up with other Minion toys as well, so that's going to be a definite buy for us. As far as flipping it on eBay, they're not going to have a ton of value, but if you lot them up, lots can sell. People love to buy stuff in lots. If you put a couple things together, you sometimes can get a premium. That's just how it works with sports cards, toys, or just anything. If you put an interesting lot together, it could very well work to your advantage. I really enjoy the DVD selection here at this bin. This is pretty cool. The Ultimate Cut Watchmen Complete Story. It has a book, some DVDs. This is 49 cents. I should get about 12 plus shipping on it. Solid bread and butter item. I've said this before on many different videos, but you make the money on the buy. You can take a lot of chances when DVDs are only 49 cents a piece, whether they're new, sets, or used. This is interesting. Couldn't find anything on it, but motorcycle stuff does really well. So I'm going to buy that, maybe put it up by itself, or I may lot it up with some other movies. There's just so many DVDs in here. I'm going to stay away from popular mainstream titles. I want obscure stuff, I want new stuff, and I want TV series, especially series that are kind of like from random, shows from back in the past, maybe a reality TV show like the other day when I found Hogan Knows Best, that kind of stuff. That is what I'm looking for. Let's see what else we find. There's a lot of CDs in here too. I don't do as many CDs as I used to. Here's a couple new ones I found. My Name is Earl. I don't know what season that is, but it's brand new sealed. Checking the top to make sure it has that seal on the top as well as the wrapping. Here's a Steven Seagal one. It looks like it has a little rip in it, but I'm still going to pick that up. It is brand new sealed. Here's another one. I'm going to stack these up. These honestly probably will go in a lot together, and I'll ask like 12 or 15 plus shipping. I actually heard about this next brand from NC Picker, Dave. It's Reef. He actually told me to get a pair of these when we were garage selling once or at a thrift store. I forgot. These should give me about $15 or $20 plus shipping. They're in pretty decent condition. So thanks, Dave. You just made me a few bucks, dude. So here's a solid find, brand new. I picked this up because it's brand new. It's 49 cents again at the bin for media, Hot Shots. This is a vintage 90s movie. This should get me about $10 plus shipping. Nothing major, but a good bread and butter item to find. Key for me at the Goodwill bins is just to keep moving. I go from hard goods back to clothing, back to hard goods. A lot of times people are picking through stuff and then they leave stuff on top that is pretty solid, still good $15, $20, $30 items. I'm going to pick those up. I have no problem putting those on Whatnot or putting them through eBay. Here's an item I'll probably put on Whatnot. Nickelodeon shorts, just all the classic characters from the 90s. Pop culture stuff does really well on our Whatnot. It's not super great stuff on eBay. Typically, just depends on what it is. But a lot of people like this that are, nostalgic for the 90s, so I pick it up. It looks like a new set of carts is about to come out. Check this out. Everybody's getting ready, and then the rush begins. And right off the bat, a pretty solid find. Brand new sealed Studio One anthology. Once again, paying 49 cents. That goes for about $25 plus shipping. I'm going to continue to dig to see what I can find. I found this Harry Potter DVD. It just didn't have the tape on the top, so I'm not 100% sure if it was a resale or not. I never find Xbox 360 games in good condition. This isn't worth that much, $2 or $3. Probably going to wait to put it in a lot, maybe run it through Whatnot as is. Dawn found a couple of really cool shirts. This is a 90s style Jordan brand, Jordan cartoon shirt. Dunking, looks very 90s. It's a modern shirt. I found a gray one available on eBay right now for about $40. I think we can get about $20 on eBay for that at least, maybe a little bit more plus shipping. She also got this. This is going to go in our Whatnot auction. Top Gun stuff does really well. Talk to Me Goose shirt. Pretty cool. We'll put that on Whatnot and it should do well.